Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I thought I'll start making these videos and really share with you what was my journey like being laid off as an over 40 years old. So hopefully for the ones who are experiencing the same thing right now, that I can tell you that you're not alone, and then I'm here to keep you company. So last March, I lost my dream job. You know, I've always been lucky to be able to work with a lot of big names in the entertainment industry, whether it's big names in gaming companies or big record labels. And last March I lost my job at Riot Games. I was doing a lot of these cool music projects for them, and it really hit hard because I've attached a lot of my self-worth to these big names. And what did I do? You know, like anyone that's faced with the same situation, the first thing that I did was to go apply for another role. And things are probably much more competitive than they were before. But I found it challenging, and I wasn't going anywhere. You see, what happened was that I was facing lots of challenges as an over 40 years old. Let me know if you experienced this, but I think ageism is a real thing. What happened is, I would, even though if I knew someone intimately in the company, I just wasn't, getting past the hiring managers. If the job scope was, asking for A, B, C qualities, and then if you have like A, B, and D, you're not gonna cut it. They're not willing to take that risk. Unlike 10 or 20 years ago, where if you have where you might miss out on one or two criteria, but if you have that sort of je ne sais quoi or that X factor, they would still take that leap of faith and hire you. But I find that's no longer the case. And then what made it really, really hard is that, I have dependents, I have people that are dependent on me. In my case, I have like 5 mouths to feed, right? I have a wife, 2 girls, age 7 to 4 years old, and I also contribute to my parents as well. So it was just a lot of pressure, a lot of burden on me to orchestrate a turnaround after getting laid off by some of these big names in the media, gaming, and music industry. But here was the silver lining. I made one decision that changed everything. And even though I used the severance to pay off my previous debt, I didn't have the money, but I decided to invest on executive coaching. Because I just felt like, I didn't want to, I needed to get out of the funk. And I didn't want to stay stuck. So that turned out to be a very, very important investment, where the coach encouraged me to have a voice and to know that, my story is valuable. And with that, I started writing articles, a few hundred connections to 7,500 plus LinkedIn followers today, 15x growth, which I couldn't imagine that could happen. And also, what the coaching gave me was that mindset to keep going. I didn't have to, previously, just last April, I wasn't posting anything. I thought you have to have a really, really good story or really, really big announcement in order to post. But, turns out that I actually have, I did a lot. And chances are that, for those over 40 out there, just list down 10 things that you did previously. It doesn't have to be spectacular, and you'll probably find some kind of pattern, that'll be helpful to the 10 years ago, for the you 10 years ago or 20 years ago. So I had the executive coaching gave me the mindset to stay consistent, and most important of all, I reframed my mindset to say, I think out of the things that I did, out of the top 10 things that I did on my last 2 jobs, that can benefit the you 10 years ago or 20 years ago. So while, at the time of recording this video, while I haven't quite achieved the final financial freedom that I so desire for myself and my family, the one investment on Executive Coaching has laid down a very important foundation on what I need to do to pick myself back up. I'm now building 2 businesses. So there's the B2B creative agency side of the business, and also there's the B2C executive coaching business, basically helping people like you and I, over 40, maybe in the creative industry, that wants to kind of turn around and, sick and tired of, waiting for job applications, sick and tired of waiting for validation, waiting for approval to not just do what we want to do, but then, just, sick and tired waiting for validation just to help. Yeah, that's what did it for me to feel unstuck. So I want to leave you with just one more thing, just one thing from this video, which is, what's that one investment you can make for yourself at these challenging times so that you can, get the confidence that you need and get going on a daily basis. Love to hear your thoughts. Comment down below and let's start a conversation. And I'll see you at the next one.